Hello guys, hope you're doing well. This is TJ and you're listening to Beyond the Ring podcast. So this is my review of Impact Under Siege pay-per-view, which was last night. So this pay-per-view actually was pretty good. Not very, not what I expected. Uh, Before we get into the review, kindly be make sure that you like, share, subscribe, and comment down your thoughts on the matches and what do you think about this show? Please comment down below. So let's get into the show then. The show actually began with the video package of the Rebellion main event, which we saw Kenny Omega versus Rich Swann, and the six-way match, which we saw took place. So first matchup, then we got to right off the bat is Brian Myers versus Black Taurus. I don't like the fact that considering it's a pay-per-view, they shouldn't have started uh, this card with this match because uh, I like starting with grudge matches and all, but this match I didn't care about that much. This had no like a 2 week build or something. Uh, I don't know what's the story about. So the DK members are not liking Van Myers and they are just humiliating and attacking him mentally and physically. So that's the story of this match. So the match starts off with a traditional collar and elbow tie-up with a push by Torres then and DK are surrounding in the ring and they are laughing like a evil thing and trying to get into the head of Myers. So then we got a pump handle backbreaker by Torres. Myers tried to control Torres, but he's actually also in his athletic doing his athletic maneuvers as well, considering he's a big guy. He was doing some good stuffs as well. So Myers actually go to outside, then a punch to Crazy Steve for good measure because he was trying to get involved. Torres comes check in, but Myers actually pushes him to the barricade. Myers actually controlled with a suplex by backdrop by Myers, and then with the chin lock, and now Myers is controlling. Then Myers is controlling Torres, but Torres with the jawbreaker controlling Taurus with his wrestling skills and all. Myers is fundamentally fundamentally very sound wrestler. If you know, he had trained many wrestlers, so he's more technically and fundamentally sound wrestler. So that was being displayed there. So Taurus hops up the top with a crossbody on Myers. So this guy is like a Luchasaurus thing, Luchasaurus wrestler in AEW, same like that because he is doing same athletic stuff like Luchasaurus. Uh, my thoughts on big guy doing flips and flops. I like actually seeing them doing, but I don't support them to do every now and then because they are not meant to do that. They are meant to do some big power moves. Like, do we see Big LG doing that? So he has his own style. Even though we don't like, we actually want to see some big guy do this flip flop style as well, Hurricane Ranas as well. But they should not do so much because that would not make them different from small guys. So to tell the story, you should not be like a cruiserweight or something doing those stuffs. So Luchasaurus, in my opinion, does that. So does that thing so many times, like is 90-80% of match is like that. So then we go to the match, which is then Taurus trying to control Myers with a kick and a bulldog. Taurus with a rolling crucifix bomb cover, but no, great move nonetheless. Myers with a kick to the gut. Taurus with the shoulder breaker, another cover, no. Now Taurus is controlling. This is becoming a back and forth control matchup. So Myers with the enziguri, then flatliner. Myers go to the top rope, but Taurus with the punch. Then the finish we saw Myers with a bite to face uh, of Taurus with a strong clothesline. Myers get it. Kind of abrupt ending, I would say, but pretty average match, I would say. this shouldn't have been the opening match, as I've said. Nonetheless, it was a kind of pretty average match, as I said, average match to open with. Nothing much to say as an opener, not that good, I would say. So many near falls doesn't needed that. There was too many near falls, which didn't justify the storyline and all match and all. So I don't think so. That was a good thing. So average match. Then we next get to the rundown of the card tonight, and second match we got is Susan. And so I want to get into something that this pay-per-view was kind of a rush down pay-per-view. They were kind of rushing down each and every match. Segments were very less. Obviously it's a pay-per-view, but rushing was very much. This is my thought. I don't know. It's my opinion. I think upon that. I actually think that. So second match we saw is Susan and Kimberly versus Taylor Wilde and Tenille Dashwood. So another kind of a small rivalry match. Uh, even though even though this I didn't like this match. I didn't like this card. Sorry, I didn't like this match and all. But we get to the match, some test of strength and fundamental control, getting that body leverage. There were too many shenanigans and uh, involvement in this match. So Susan wants none of it. She tags Kimberly, then they work together, but that not for too long, because Kimber sits some kicks through Tennille. Susan tags in, then Tennille with a jawbreaker. Tennille tags in Wild. So Wild is very good, but Wild should not be in this position as she has a lot of potential. Tennille as well, so she should not be in this thing with these Susan and Kimberly. They are way more than talented. So my guess is that Wild is going for after this going for that knockouts title. Tenel as well, I think so. Maybe there would be a number one contender match next week or so. That's what I am expecting. Should be good. Tenel versus Taylor Wilde. So getting into the match, Susan's Susan's like she looks like a childish. She does all the things like a child does. So while Wild is so skilled, then we got a fisherman suplex from her, kick by Turner's manager to Susan, while with the suplex, then that got the pin. Kind of a abrupt pin. Again, this was kind of a very quick ending as well. But I was glad this match actually got over. I didn't like this match. This match was very bad. Too many interference that actually looked bad for all four of them. Uh, Susan and Kimberly are like comedic characters and all. They are, but Tenille Dashwood and t- Taylor Wilde should not be doing this thing. So they did, but don't repeat it again. Impact. So this was bad. Going after this match, I was like two state to state average to bad match. When is this paper we gonna be good? So we have some matches and exhibition at the exhibition match I was waiting for. That was the match I was eagerly waiting for. And then we go to a segment of Sami Callihan. He says, long story short, that he says he's gonna face Omega and it's gonna take it confidence room and all, just there. So going into the main event. So okay stuff. Then we got to third match, which was for the Impact Tag Title number one contenders match, and this was between this was a four-way for the Impact World Tag Team Championship. We had Ace Austin and Madman Fulton versus TJP and Pete Williams versus Triple XL versus Rohit Raju and Shera. So this match was a pretty normal match, I would say normal tag match, nothing so much special. Uh, Kind of it felt like a weekly TV match we see, so nothing special I would say, but uh, I would say okay. It was a normal tag match, nothing very good or nothing very bad. So we get to the match then. Ace and TGP had some great chemistry. The tag team prowess was being showing. That cohesion element was there. So TGP goes to tag actually Triple XL in the point of match, but he actually changed direction and tags to Pete Williams. So Fulton saves Ace Austin from Pete's finisher. So Triple X then destroys Austin and Ace Austin and Williams share of the big boot to one of the Triple XL, but uh, then with a tight slap to face by Triple XL, Ace Austin will double kick with double kick to the head to bigger guy of Triple XL, and then we got a match change to a fast-paced action sandwiched by Triple XL in between Rohit Raju. That was very good that we got. Cleans out Triple XL. Fulton and Triple XL had a good chemistry as well because they were kind of a big guy. This match I didn't like that much. Going forward with this, until this show, I was not into the show that much. This was kind of an average show for me till this match, because that was a kind of matches they were putting. Even though card was kind of okay to good, they should have put some great matches, but till now it was not that the case. And then we got that Fulton actually plants Larry D face first, and then Austin uses Fulton's back back to hit a splash, and that's it. That was a finish for the match. Ace Austin and Fulton. Uh, that was my prediction. At least, actually, the result was what I expected, and I was happy with that because Ace Austin and Fulton needed that push. Ace Austin actually lost the exhibition opportunity or championship. I don't know. I think so. It was a championship opportunity at Rebellion. So this was a good thing for Austin and Fulton, but the match itself was a pretty normal tag match, nothing to say about much. So all worked okay. Oh, well, I mean, all of them worked well. So this card actually was full of multi-man matches for some or the other thing, because we had two tag team matches, one with the woman, one for the woman, and we had a six-man thing going on. I like multi-man matches, but I don't like crowding out the stuff with multi-man only. There's only one singles match, which was the very good match that I will get into. So then we go to the segment Fire and Flavor. They says that they prepared to take off the tag team titles, knockouts tag team titles. So then we got to the third match, Will Morrissey. So the segments were kind of short, and what that was needed for the pay-per-view, which is not that bad. Yeah, we got a bad segment as well. One, I will discuss that. So third match was Will Morrissey versus Willie Mack, a grudge match. This match, just to make putting Will Morrissey over, because he had just made his debut after Rebellion. So at Rebellion, I think so. So Willie is at the start of the match is not waiting to kind of a slow match. He's kind of ringing shots and punches to Morrissey, and Morrissey is a big guy. He stops the shoulder tackle, chops by Willie, and running forward by Willie. So there was a lot of aggression in this match. This match was not bad, or I will say it had a good display of Willie Mack. Willie Mack is very good. He's an ex division champion and ex Impact champion as well. So going to the match, Morrison chops by Willie Mack, running forearm by Willie Mack. Then Morrissey goes outside to take a breather. Morrissey with a big boot to the head, then falls off outside the ring. Morrissey drive Willie's back to the ring post. Willie with a hard punch. Uh, Willie Mack's selling was very great in the match. He sells like hell. He's like going to die. That was the kind of selling he was doing. Sometimes he could say overselling, but he had a very good selling in that match. And then we saw uh, um, choking by choking to the barricade by uh, Morrissey. Uh, then we slowly controlling and humiliating drop to the back of the head. Again he hits that backdrop. Again he hits the elbow drop right to the neck area and the back of the head. Another clothesline. Then Billy kicks out. Then another. another count. Willie kicks out, slow match, but there was something going on as well. As I said, jawbreaker by Willie's kind of opening, but Morrison hits his face to the post while going for the splash. Willie with multiple clothesline, Willie with a spinning kick. Then Morrissey is rocked and splashed to the corner. Then jumping punch by Willie. Then Willie onto the top rope with his clothesline, but Morrissey kicks out at one. Morrissey. So this was a point when Willie Mack was kind of trying to control. Uh, uh, Morrissey with a slam. Then so every time he was kind of getting to control, Morrissey was coming back, kind of back and forth match we could say. Willie was trying to hit a crossbody, then Morrissey, but put him in onto his knee uh, and a quick boot to the top of the head, and then that was done. Could have been short. This was kind of a very kind of long. Could have been short. This match could have been short, but nonetheless. This match for my liking, this was okay match, good match, just to put over Morrissey. I wonder what Morrissey would do next. He should go for either for, I don't think so, for Impact Championship, because that has its own picture going on. Maybe another rivalry or something with anyone like Shera or something, that would be great. So so that was a good match, a good display of and good win for Morrissey as well. Dominating victory for Morrissey. Rebellion, he in Rebellion as well, he took the victory for the team, and in this pay-per-view as well. So he's actually doing going pretty strong. He actually defeated one of the established superstar in Impact Wrestling right now, Willie Mack. So that's good. So for a building a purpose was this match. So Impact does that job, get that job done very well. So after the post match, we saw Morrison is not done with Willie. Morrison with the chair then, but Rich Swan returns, and he saves Willie Mack. So Rich Swan was out after Rebellion. He lost to Kenny Omega. He returned very fast, very quick, I would say. Uh, Only 3 weeks, I would say. Yeah. So returned. So maybe he's going for that, going with the rivalry with Will Morrissey. Kind of good. Rich Swan is good to see. His underdog storylines are very good. So would be a good heel versus babyface storyline. And then we got to match four. So before match four, we got match four's video package, which is for the Knockouts Tag Team Championship. The Rebellion highlights we saw. Uh, so Fire and Flavor and Rachel Ellering and Jordan Grace for the Knockouts Tag Team Championship. Champions are Jordan Grace and Rachel Ellering. So match starts off with some fun. Fire and Flavor actually attacking uh, Ellering, with a spine buster, then taxing Grace, gut suplex. Uh, Three amigos type gut suplex. Champions actually slows down the match with some strong strikes and throws by the power advantage they got, whereas Flair and Flavor has that speed advantage. Sent on by Elring. Elring attempts a slam, but but a knee to the chest. Tags Dasha, neck breaker cover, but no. Challenger controls now with the chin lock now. Challengers are Fire and Flavor. Kira controlling Ellering with headlock, chin lock. So uh, after some initial moments of this match, we saw Fire and Flavor actually controlling not to get altering the tag. They were really doing that heel job very well. This was kind of going long, but I would say the match actually does that stuff. It was good. I mean, the heels actually displayed their character very well, and they played that character very well. Fire and Flavor played the character very well. And going to the match, when we saw kick to the back, chin lock headlock by Kira, maintains them to their side, tag to Dasha and a neck breaker, double stomp combination, trash talk by Dasha, then Elring got angry, punch to the face, cutter by Elring. Challengers trying to keep them in this area. So attacks Kiera Hogan again. So they were Eldring was not getting the tag. Then kick to the face, and then the ref was distracted by ref was kicks to the shot. Kiera Hogan gets a shot for the Grace, and we saw sliding kick to the face. Ref distracted. A double suplex by Kiera and Dasha covered, but no. Chinlock by Kiera. Ellering with an opening with a clothesline. Ellering finally with attack to Jordan Grace, that hot tag, and Kiera attacks Dasha. Grace comeback offense, tag team offense, sent onto the back of Dasha on the knee of Ellering. Kiera breaks the pin, spine buster by Grace to Dasha. Kiera with a tornado DDT. Ellering with a slingshot, a sling blade. Good action going on. So this match was had a good pace and good action was going on. This match actually also good told a good story as to that heel versus babyface storyline. So back and forth kick and elbows. Grace double knees elbow to the face of Dasha. Grace looking to move for the moonsault, but Kira holds on the leg of Grace. Kira hits Grace and Ellering and Kira are fighting outside. So this was a point uh, where Grace was at the disadvantage as stabbed to the face by Dasha by Grace, and Grace tries to hit that superplex. Grace falls down, Dasha with a frog splash, and that's it. Title changed hands. So this was not what I was kind of expecting because they just won the tag team championship at Rebellion. So maybe Fire and Flavor uh, is is gonna uh, have that title for some time, some months. So that's why they put on the title. Maybe impact see maybe they've seen that it's not working. I actually my prediction was actually uh, and Grace and Jordan Grace and Rachel Erling. But I had also told this as well in my predictions that they are not as a very good tag team or very great tag team to begin with. Not a very matching style or something. So, but nonetheless, Fire and Flavor wins the tag team championship. So, thoughts about this match? This match was okay. Told a good story, but not at the level of a pay-per-view match or something. Kind of a drag down long as well. Uh, so some matches were like that. There were some like drag down. Comment your thoughts. What you thought about some matches? Like was it drag down or something? Did you thought that? Did you thought that? I thought that. That's why I'm telling this match and that opening match, the second match as well. So I thought that. So new knockouts tag team championship, Fire and Flavor. So then we got to the next segment, which was of next we got to the segment of Swingers Palace, which I'm not interested to discuss about. They just were mocking. They are actually kind of making a plan of a tag team match with a triple XL with swingers next week or so. We probably that Impact will announce that. Nothing much to talk about. Then we get to the next match, which was my favorite match, which I was waiting for so long. Josh Alexander versus El Phantasmo X Division title match. From this match, the show actually took some flight. Actually, so changed the mood for me in the show. Until this point, the show was kind of average. But after from match five, it was kind of at an another pace, at an another step forward. So going to the match, we saw collar and elbow tie up, some grappling style that Josh Alexander has that background. And when we speak about El Fantasmo, he has that Japanese high flying style, so that was being displayed by him. So some test of strength going on, some feeling out process. First, initially we saw and a bow and arrow into a cover, but some pretty good feeling out process, as I said. Headlock by Josh, then high knee strike stops Josh. Josh takes a breather in the corner, forearm by ELP, then front face lock by ELP. Josh escapes. ELP leapfrog into a slam, chop the chest by Josh in the corner. Hard backbreaker. ELP kicks out his feet. So the story of this match was based on the feet and hand because they were both were targeting. Actually, ELP was targeting the feet of uh, Josh Alexander and and the Josh Alexander was trying to take his hands out. So gorgeous his eyes gorgeous the eye of Josh. Knife and chops back and forth going on. This was just fun to watch because they had the very good chemistry in this match. You should watch this match. Josh kicks to the feet, then ELP kicks out as well. ELP storms out on his groin area, like literally he was like meshing up his groin area, while Josh was in the 3 or 4 position. Second time he goes for that again. Josh flips him off with a release suplex. That was a beautiful one. Josh escapes then with a from the 3 or 4. ELP goes to the outside for the breather. Chop to the chest by chop to the chest by Josh. Goes for the chop, but and again Josh actually goes for the chop, but lands onto the hand onto his ring post. So now his hand is damaged, and ELP is actually targeting his hand. Uh, Going forward in this match, he was targeting his hand. He was damaging his hand very, very, very nicely. He was damaging. Uh, Now ELP targets his hand, Storm but targets the fingers and all, bends his finger, makes his middle finger sign to referee when referee was yelling at ELP. That was a good, funny stuff with George's finger. Bites it all in all. Humiliation. ELP takes too much, showing off walking on the rope with a hand of Josh, but Josh finally picks him up into a fireman's carry, fireman's carry. Then we got a stiff forearm strike, back and forth action going on. Great. Until now, this match was great. And going forward, Josh was trying to implement that strategy to take him out with that weak link on technical wrestling, which is known for. So Josh Alexander is more technically skilled than ELP El Phantasmo. So ELP has that high flying and that acrobatic athleticism. So he was trying to at a point we saw he was trying to take out ELP with that technical wrestling, and at a point I saw the story that he also was trying to get that upper hand and speed up the pace as well. Josh actually was speeding up the pace, even though it was for the advantage of ELP, but he was ready to take that chance to take that chance and make the match a fast paced thing, because he actually know that Josh actually knows that if the match goes to a fast paced action, that ENP would definitely be taking the advantage because he's good in that. So that was a kind of a risk that Josh take. That was a story of that also played out in this match in the later going into this match. So then a big boot by Josh, but ELP kicks out. This was a slow but kind of very fun to watch back and forth match. Such a nice meshing style of wrestling. Storytelling and psychology was great in this match, very great. Josh attacking his hand and Josh trying to hit that finisher, but ELP reverses into a small package. Josh transitions into an ankle lock, so great transition here. But ELP escapes with a true springboard crossbody and a splash, and ELP again hits the hand that was damaged of the Josh. ELP twisted neckbreaker cover, but no. ELP goes for the super kick, but Josh catches his leg, drives his back into the knee, then to ankle lock again, but reverses. Josh hits the middle turnbuckle, roll up with the tights, but no. ELP goes for the kick. Josh catched. ELP plays with him by slapping him. Josh actually get angry. He was pissed. Beautiful German suplex. That was very good to see, very great. Josh is angry, then crossbody slide. They fall off outside. Josh gets to top rope. ELP, it's a top rope. He's in a bad position in the top rope as he was. Josh was in the bad position. ELP tries to superplex, but Josh with some punches. ELP falls down then, but gets up back up into an enziguri. Rocks Josh in the top rope. He was kind of a man round on the top rope Hurricane Rana, great elevation by ELP using that athleticism thing background. So that was great from ELP. ELP with a frog splash, then very nice. I thought at the moment that he was going to win that X Division, but no cover, no. ELP goes for the pile driver face buster like maneuver that we see. But Josh escapes, rolling through by both, and then Josh trying to hit that divine intervention, but he reverses into a uh, into a chest pin attempt, but Josh bridges his head. That was very high, that was very nice. He bridged his head. So lot of drama going on in the last peak moment of this match. So very great, a very great match. You should see this match. Very great match. The match of the night of this Under Siege pay-per-view. So turns it over into a position again. ELP by jackknife cover. No Josh, and so ELP was also showing that some of his own technical wrestling skills as well. So Josh slapped ELP and transitioned into an ankle lock. ELP tried to turn it. Josh with a strong power bomb into the knee. Great stuff. Ankle lock. Josh is a back to leverage. More force. ELP then tapped out. Finally, ELP tapped out. Josh retains the Exhibition Championship. Great match, very great match. You should go out and see this match if you are not, if you have short of time to watch this whole show, because you can definitely watch this show as a highlight if you wish to. But no, don't miss this match. See this match at the entirety. So Josh could be a very great champion going forward, and I would like to see his run going long time, and very lengthy reign. He should get my favorite match in this pay-per-view. Great main event, no words, match of the night. Uh, so far as I thought. So next we saw the segment Finju's about their momentum, and here they are preparing for that. Uh, they're preparing for that six-man match. Uh, just uh, just trying to make that importance of this match. And then next we saw sixth match, which was Diana Purrazzo versus Havoc. So going into this match, I haven't had many expectations this match, because Diana Purrazzo is had Kimberly and Susan on her side. Havoc was alone, even though Havoc is not a baby face, but in this match she got to that role. So the match starts off with Purrazzo with a pump kick. Right off the bat, Havoc gets furious and run into her. He was not able to control her emotion. Diana escapes. Another kick, forearm to Havoc. Power advantage was shown by Havoc initially, but she was throwing around her close line to the corner, but Diana actually used the strategy very well. She actually controlled this big woman Havoc by controlling her arm, like literally damaging her arm in this match. So the whole story of this match was that Havoc was kind of throwing her down in the initial moment of the match, close line to the corner by Havoc. So Diana felt that she was in trouble. She had a fair amount of help as well from Kimberly, trying to distract Havoc. So this was a moment I saw that I guess Havoc is a baby face. I was expecting that Havoc would win, but going forward in this match, I actually thought that no, Havoc is not gonna win, because such damage was taken by Havoc. So then we got help from Kimberly, helps saves Diano. Susan distracts Havoc. So there a lot of distraction going on, but this was not like we saw on weekly TV match. This no, not a lot distraction or interference and all, but fair amount of was there. A sleeper hold by Diona, good strategy. Small guys that to take big guys down, big woman's down, but Havoc slams her down with the advantage. Havoc looks for the leg drop but didn't get it. Dino with a kick to the arm, and this was the starting to for her arm damage, drive her arm into the mat. Multiple offense to her arm, wrenches her arm, snaps her arm. Good strategy. So this was the point. Actually, challenger was not kind of not getting to control Diana Perazzo. Great stuff. So this was the match. This was the point where the match was getting good, very good. That story was being told. Even though I didn't thought that this match would be that good, that I didn't have that expectation. Nice stuff, Diana Perazzo. She's really controlling Havoc with a forearm then, but Havoc was trying to control. That was also a good thing. But multiple shot to the arm, leg drop to arm, turns her arm Havoc with a forearm then, but trying to slam, but arm is already damaged. into a face lock by Diano. That was great. We don't get to see face lock or chicken wings being done by so many wrestlers now. We don't get to see that. So some fundamental moves, some basic storytelling that was there. So interesting stuff was interesting. Uh, told a good story. Havoc charges, Diano moves, Havoc hits the ring post, shoulder first, Diano with a kick to the back onto the middle turnbuckle, Havoc with a hard clothesline, then Havoc gets an opening kick to the back by Havoc. Diano charges towards Havoc. Havoc catches into a slam to a Boston Crab. So I thought here as well, maybe Havoc would win that championship, but no. Havoc clothesline. Diano grabs the bottom rope. She finally grabs that bottom rope. Nice resilience from Diano. So Havoc clothesline to the corner, then picks her up into the top rope. Trading blows. They were trading blows. Kimberly distracts Havoc. Again, Susan and Kimberly distracts there, but Kimberly and Susan distraction gets a forearm by Diano. Uh, and then and that create a chance for Diano. Crossbody catches Diano, escapes from that. Again, an armbar. Havoc rolls it with a knee to the chin by Havoc. That was brutal. Kick to the face by Havoc. Pump kick by Diano, and Diano gets Havoc into the arm locked, that Fujiwara armbar, and that was done because Havoc was in a major disadvantage. She was initially in the match. She was trying to get that control on Diana, but Diano used that strategy well, and she turns it around by targeting her arm, and she used that definitely used that interference and distraction of Kimberly and Susan. I won't get it aside with that. So definitely she had that advantage. So Diana Purrazzo retains the championship. So this was not my prediction, but I'm actually happy that Diana Purrazzo retained. She is very good in the ring, and uh, uh, she's very good in the ring actually. Last match as well, and before we have seen as well, her matches are very good to great as well. So this was a solid match, a very good wrestling match, I would say. Nice work by Diano. Havoc as well with her selling, so she was also good. So knockouts title, Diano Porrazzo has retained it. So next we got video package of the Omega and Good Brothers and Finjuice the match. So they had that video package, pretty normal stuff. And then we finally got to the seventh match, which was Kenny Omega and Good Brothers versus Eddie Edwards and Finjuice. So going into the match, I was not so excited for this match because I was certain that Kenny Omega and the Good Brothers would win this match. But the result was not like that because Eddie Edwards and Finn Juice got the victory, which I am not happy for. I don't know why Impact gone with that. Uh, this match starts with Carl Anderson and David Finlay starts off collar and elbow tap. So the match layout, this match. I'm not into this match that much. This was long as well as this match was kind of a New Japan style match, which I'm not so into. Like multi-man match, especially tag team matches, I like sometimes New Japan styles, but multi-man matches they are so hard to watch because the selling is so low in that matches, and in multi-man matches the selling cannot be uh, cannot be like inserted into that because it's pretty difficult. It's because it would slow down the match. So multi-man matches does not warrant that. So that's what I thought. So there were many quick tags and all, quick tags, Omega blind tag by Carl Anderson. I would highlight you what all things we see Edwards and Omega. Then with an upper and over suplex. Edward tags Finley, Juice, and David controlling Omega with a bulldog. Pretty simple stuff that we saw. This was kind of felt like sometimes in initial moments and initial minutes, like a good TV match, not kind of. So that was problem of this pay per view because many matches were like a normal TV match. That was not feeling like a pay per view or something. So that's what I was feeling. I don't know what you felt. Comment on your thoughts, what you felt of this pay per view and this match, especially the co-main event. They were saying they were actually hyping it as double main event. I didn't saw this as a main event or something. So I would get into the finish of the match. So because this match was so long, we could discuss, and it would be going long and long. But there's not much story here, because and story as well as the result as well. As I said, Finjuice picked up the victory. So the finish of the match we saw. So Carl goes for the gunstun, but Edwards avoids. Carl with a punch to Edwards. Here comes Finlay, tries gunstun to him, but he gives his own stunner. Finlay jumps off the top rope to Omega, to Big LG. Juice tries to hit the Juice switch, but no. Carl escapes. Juice crossbody over the top rope to Omega. No one to escape. Edwards with a Boston knee party to Carl Anderson, and they get the win. So I don't know why they go with this result. It doesn't make sense, because the momentum is going on with Kenny Omega and the Good Brothers, and they are planning to make them as tag team champions picture as well, the Good Brothers. So I don't see any point why Impact did this. 100% is the Impact booking. Uh, and they want some wins as well, but this was not a right story to be told. So even going forward, if there are any issues with Impact and AEW, I don't see anything, but I don't think so. What makes it sense, I don't know. If you have any thoughts, or if you have any opinions, let me know in the comment section below. But this match for me was kind of an average match, not much to talk about. I would say it was long as well, with pretty normal stuff we would see in weekly TV. So, and as I also said, that this match was incorporated with uh, so much New Japan style tag team match. So I'm not in that too much. I like tag team matches, but multi-man tag team I'm not into that much. That's the only that's one of the reason that I don't watch, and I don't have an even time, but I don't watch the road to shows of New Japan Pro Wrestling. Because there are too many multi-man matches, which I don't like the pattern and all. The rivalries are good, but I don't like the layout of the match, the selling and all, the story and all. I don't like. Maybe story would be told well if there are uh, if there is psychology between them, but the moves they perform, the way they sells and all, that I don't like that thing. So this match, for me, especially for my liking, kind of average match, okay match, I would say. Okay, okay to average match. So we got also an announcement that next week on Impact Thursday, is Austin and Madman Fulton, who are the number one contenders for the Impact World Tag Team Championship, would be facing Finn Juice. So they are in the title picture. So maybe after that, maybe we would see Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows into the tag team picture. That's the way forward, I think. And there's one more tag team that I have a feeling would be coming. I would say that. So so we get to the main event then. So the main event we saw, uh, main event, number one contenders match for the Impact World Championship. So Chris Sabin versus Chris Bay versus Sammy Callahan versus Matt Cardona versus Trey Miguel versus Moose. So much names here, because and I got to read this because you can't remember all these names. So all in all, this match was kind of okay, I would say. Uh, just like before the tag team match, I would say, uh, much better than the tag team match, I would say. Uh, the six-man tag team match was, I would say, lots of things going on. So this match actually starts with all attacking moves. Moose hits, and it felt like when Moose was making his entrance, it felt like 1 second that Roman Reigns is coming. Like that music, actually, that first few seconds, that resembles the Roman Reigns starting minutes, starting seconds as well. If you listen it clearly. So the match starts off with one by one, all attacking the big man. That is Moose. And going into this match, my prediction was Moose, and so we then get into the match then. Sabin with a super kick to Moose, we got to see, and Bay also had a super kick to Moose, and they actually takes out the big man out. Another double super kick to Moose is out of the ring. Now Sabin says, "Let's go one on one now." Sabin and Miguel actually Sabin and Bay actually they do one-on-one stuff and like a normal singles match. No one was there to see around. Head scissor drop kick. Sabin is out now outside. So one by one, all were coming in their spots. They were doing their spots. Trey comes moonsault stand to the mat. A smooth moonsault test stand. I had said these guys brings about energy into this match, and that's the only reason they are doing. I was in a minute I didn't in a second I didn't think that they are gonna win because this match was very obvious, I would say. Not obvious like Roman Reigns versus Cesaro or something, but certainly it was obvious the result. I was expecting that, but there were some chances as well. There were some option that people were saying that Sami Callihan would win, but he was going to make that, but it didn't happen. We would get into that. So then we saw Sami Callihan comes in. Now he versus Bay is going on shoulder tackle, some and Death Valley driver by Sami Callihan. Then and Cardona comes. Then the Bay is out. Cardona comes forearm. Double knee drop kick to the top, drop kick from the top rope. Moose comes with a boot to Cardona. Moose and Cardona is now catching up with each other. Moose changes, goes over the top rope. Cardona basement drop kick. Callahan with a kick to Cardona, and then so much action going on here. Miguel does that John Cena pump up style to Miguel and Chris Bay actually. Miguel actually does the John Cena pump up. So then we have a double tope dive, and then we saw a spot where Callahan gets to the top rope with Cardona and Bay in a three of four position, and the same position we saw in a, in the match of uh, Josh Alexander and El Phantasmo, same position in the tree of woe position, and he actually hit that release German suplex. So only difference was Callahan was actually holding in a superplex position. Uh, Bay, not Bay, uh, Cardona. So Bay was in the three of four position. So Bay actually pulled Callahan out, and that was a pretty good moment. Bay then Chris Sabin and Miguel with a drop kick, then coast to coast as well. Bay then Bay actually was still in that trio of four position, and that actually enabled Chris Sabin and Miguel to attack with a drop kick and a kick. So Moose clears out all, then comes Moose. Moose clears out all. Moose with a superplex to Miguel. He also became an athlete like other guys as well. Like he was showing some athleticism as well. He was trying to hit that Hurricane Rana and Enziguri as well. So some athleticism from big man as well. So Bay with the frog splash, then to Moose. Bay covers, but uh, Callahan hits with the chair. Now Callis is an now Callahan is in his own way because he has Bay with the chair seating in the seating position and trying to suplex Bay to the chair. His hardcore stuff is coming. Some forearms and punches by and jumping knee staggers Callahan to escape from that superplex to the chair by Bay, and Callahan seats onto the chair. He seats onto the chair Callahan, and Callahan with an exploder, but Callahan with an explorer to the Bay, right onto the back of the Bay of Chris Bay. Cardona breaks up the cover and double flatliner by Sabin then, and all have their spots one by one. And Callahan then finally uh, hits the groin area to Cardona. He actually he was looking for um, stuff pile driver. Callahan was actually looking for stuff pile driver, but Good Brothers comes in and pulls Callahan's leg off to the ring, and they actually so as I think so. What is going to happen is maybe Callahan versus any other partner or something in next week's Impact with the Good Brothers. That's a small rivalry they could go with, uh, like next week or two, or if they want to extend it, maybe Samir Callahan would be entering the tag team division with that hardcore thing. Anyone if I don't know if anyone is going to debut or something. So maybe I think so. That's the plan for Sami Callahan now that he is out of this title picture till Slammiversary, I think so. And then we get to the match. Sabin with a cradle slam to the mat. I thought he got the pin, but It was pulled off by Moose. Ref was pulled off by the Moose. Uh, Moose pulled off ref. Sabin with a dive to Moose. Back inside Moose with a chop block to Sabin. Another chop block to man. It looks very very danger, man. That was so danger. But spear by Moose, very brutal spear. And yes, Moose wins it, and the winner and the Moose is number one contender for that Impact World Championship. So the great stuff. Pretty convincing result, and what I hoped for. And I the Crispy and Trey Miguel and Chris Sabin, definitely they had their own moments, and they tried to, as I said in my Under Siege predictions, they fueled this match very well, because Moose and Sami Callihan, not Sami Callihan, or but they are not like Chris Sabin or Trey Miguel, or because Chris Sabin and Trey Miguel brings that fuel, that athleticism into the match. So the fans love to see that, so they need some action going on. So that's why they were the most worked with superstars in this wrestlers in this match. Chris Bay and Rey Miguel. Chris Sabin was not there much, and that was there. So overall this match was kind of good, I would say. Not much to say about normal stuff, I would say. Not to hate about as well. Good result as well as I expected. So Moose versus Kenny Omega. So first prediction for me is Kenny Omega is gonna retain. I don't think Moose is gonna win the TNA and Impact World Champion, because he has the Good Brothers and his uh, Don Callis with him. So I don't say that Good Brothers and Don Callis by his side he would not lose. Maybe he will be losing, but not this time. I don't think so. So next pay per view, I don't know. They haven't announced it. But I think that before Slammiversary there would be a pay per view. So pretty interested to see what will happen now that Moose is the number one contender, and pretty interested to see as well the Sami Callihan situation, because he has been robbed by Good Brothers. So maybe Good Brothers and Sami Callihan, Good Brothers versus Sami Callihan and someone to the aid of Sami Callihan. Maybe they would make a tag team or something for one night, or maybe Sami Callihan get into the tag team division or something. So that's what my view of this main event is. So good main event, I would say. Not any special, solid match, solid fun match, I would say. So nothing too much great, or nothing too much excellent, or nothing too much bad as well. So worked match. All of them were very well worked well in this match, and it was exciting and fun to watch. Not It was not dragging or something. It has its own pace, and that the credit goes to Chris Bay and Trey Miguel and Chris Sabin as well, because they were the most participated wrestlers in this match. So Callahan as well has his own share of contribution as well. That chair and all, that had a great moments as well. So overall, for me, this was a kind of up and down pay per view, kind of a hit and run pay per view. Uh, when I see, sometimes I would say good. When I Another time I see it like, no, this was not a very good show or something. So I would go with good pay-per-view with some average matches, as said, which kind of lowered the excitement of the match early on, and the flow of the show as well. So not at the level I expected to be, but nonetheless a good show to watch through. Solid show, I would say. They gave two great matches for me: Josh versus ELP, Josh Alexander versus El Fantasmo, and Diano Perazzo and versus Havoc, which I didn't expect to be good like this. Very best match of this match of the pay per view. So wrestling wise, it was good. So I'm glad that Diona retained the Knockouts championship, and now I think in that Knockouts title picture, Taylor Wilde and Daniel Dashwood are the ones who are gonna fight out for that Knockouts championship, maybe number one contender or something next week or in next pay per view. So overall, for me, I think the show was good with some negatives as well, as I said, but not a bad show to be considered not seeing this show. But not any shocking stuff or any surprising stuff that happened or debut or something, because this was kind of a small special pay-per-view special Impact episode, like that felt like that's sometimes it felt like that. So that's it, man. Tell me your thoughts about the main event. Tell me thoughts about the Under Siege pay-per-view. How did you watch this show? Did you like the show? My recommendation is, I would say, in the middle. Uh, Thumbs up in the middle. But tell me your thoughts, man. What is your thoughts, and what should be going forward? Who should win that Impact Championship, and what's next for Impact and all. So tell me your thoughts, and suggestions as well for my podcast. Tell me your suggestions. My subscribers, my viewers, kindly tell me what all improvements I should do in my podcast. So that's it, man. Like, share, subscribe, do all that good stuff, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace, be safe, and be energetic.